Welcome there. I'm going to go through the review for our Unit 1 test. This review covers basically all the kinds of problems that you're going to have on the test. And so what I'm going to do, there's 2 of each kind of problem. So I'm going to go through and I will answer one and then you guys will answer the other on your own. So what we're doing right now is the first one, it says name the 3 angles in each picture, and then you have to use 3 letters in each name. So right here there's 3 angles. There's this first one, so we call it IVH, so angle IVH. Then we have another one over here. This one would be angle GVH. Okay, so that's this one. It's angle 5. And then the other one that we have is the one on the outside. So that would be angle GVI. And if you notice, all of them have that letter V in the middle of the name because V is your vertex right there. Okay, so there's GVI. Alright, so you guys will have to name the 3 angles in the other picture there. Okay, the next set here, it's name the relationship, either complementary, a linear pair, vertical, or adjacent. So number 3 here, they're the angles that are across from each other. So those are vertical angles. And remember, vertical angles, they're equal to each other. So that's a big thing. So vertical. Number 5, these 2, these are just adjacent because they're not making a straight line and like along the bottom, and they're not, there's no box, so they're not complementary. So they're just 2 angles next to each other, which is adjacent. Alright, the next part here, it says find the measure of angle B. Okay, we have to use what we know in order to find the missing piece. So in number 7, we see that this section right here is a right angle, and we know that because of the box. And we see that we have an angle B and a 63-degree angle that's making up that right angle there. So B plus 63 is equal to 90. Well, just take away 63. Okay, so you get B is equal to, so let's see, 90 minus 63. Gotta borrow here. 10 minus 3 is 7. 8 minus 6 is 2. So B is 27 degrees. So there you go. Alright, the next one, number 9. We can see this 112 and this angle B. They make a straight line. So they are a linear pair. So they add up to 180. So B plus 112 equals 180. So subtract 112. And then we'll get our answer here. So angle B is 68 degrees. There you go. Okay, on this one here, again, we see that this angle and this angle, they make a straight line. So that's a linear pair. So x plus 8 plus 144 equals to 180. Now, on this side, I have this 8 and the 144. I need to add those together first. So I have x plus, well, and what's 144 plus 8? It's going to be 152. And so that's equal to 180. So take away 152 from both sides. So x equals 28. So x is 28, and that's all they asked us for because it says find the value of x. So you're done. Alright, on 13 and 14, you have to use this sentence here. It says points A, B, and C are collinear, which means on the same line. And it says point B is between A and C. So first, draw your picture. And then they want us to find the length indicated. So they said A, B, and C are on the line, and point B is between A and C. So here's A, and there's C, and point B is somewhere in between them. Now they want us to find AB if BC is 10 and AC is 12. Well, remember, the part plus the part is equal to the whole thing. So the question mark plus 10 is equal to 12. Well, just take away 10. So our missing part is equal to 2. And it's AB. So AB equals 2. So there you go. So now number 14 is the exact same way. Number 15, it says ray XY bisects angle WXZ. So bisects means it cuts in half. So this 7x minus 7, which is talking about this angle, and this 5x plus 3, which is talking about this other angle here, they're equal to each other. Okay, so this one is equal to the other one. The two pieces are equal. So 7x minus 7 equals to 5x plus 3. Okay, and the reason why we know they're equal is because bisects makes each half equal. So then we need to find, it says what is the value of x? So we just solve this for x. So take away 5x. So 7x minus 5x is 2x, and we still have the minus 7. Over here we just have the 3 left over. Add 7. So 2x is equal to 10. So divide by 2. So x is 5. And there you go. That's all you gotta do. Okay, the next kinds of problems that we have are on the number line here. So it says point J is 2/3 of the distance from point B to point E. What is the coordinate of point J? Okay, step 1, we have to find the length of BE. So we're going to do the absolute value of B minus E. And y'all need to make sure that you're writing this stuff down. So point B is at negative, here's 10, 11, 12, it's negative 13. So the absolute value of negative 13, okay, minus, now point E, it's over here at negative 1. So this becomes the absolute value. So you have negative 13 minus negative 1. I want you guys to put this in the calculator. Just type it in. So it's the absolute value of negative 12, which is 12. So that's step 1. Now step 2, you take that 12, and we're going to multiply it by the fraction, so 2/3. So 2/3 of 12 is going to be 8. And then step 3, you take the original endpoint. So what's our original? Point B. So it's negative 12. And then you add what you got in step 2. So negative 12 plus 8. So what is a negative 12 plus 8? Negative 4. So point J is at negative 4. And there's J. Okay? All right, the next kind here says point T is the midpoint of SU. So that means that ST and TU are equal to each other. So ST equals TU. And then they tell us ST is 4x plus 1. And then they also tell us that TU is 17. So, and we need to find x. So y'all use the fact here, ST is equal to TU. So ST is 4x plus 1, and TU is 17. So we solve this for x, and we'll have our answer. So take away 1. To get 4x is 16. Divide by 4. X is 4. And then number 20 is the exact same way. Okay, number 22 or 21, it says if H is the midpoint of DE, okay, so right away, draw a picture. Here's D, there's E, and H is the midpoint. So that means it's cutting DE into 2 equal pieces. And they say DH is 8x minus 6, and HE is 3x plus 9. They want us to find the length of DE, so we need to find the length of the whole line. So we have to use the fact that we know that H is the midpoint, and we understand that DH is equal to HE. So we take the two expressions they gave us and we set them equal. So 8x minus 6 is equal to 3x plus 9. Okay, and we have to solve this for x now. So going ahead, we gotta subtract 3 from both sides. So let me get that. So take away 3x. Take away 3x. So 8x minus 3x is 5x. Okay, 8x minus 3x is 5x, and we still have minus 6. That's equal to 9. Okay, add 6 to both sides. So 5x, 9 plus 6 is going to be 15. So divide by 5. So we get x is equal to 3. Okay, and then in order to get DE, we're going to plug in here. Okay, so we have that x is 3, and so now we can plug in here and find the length of DE, because DE is going to be DH plus HE. So we plug into both of these and then add it together. So we do 8 times 3 minus 6. So 8 times 3 is 24, and then 24 take away 6 is going to be 18. And then we have 3 times 3 plus 9, because that's what HE is. So 9 plus 9, that's 18. And guess what? They should be the same, because H is the midpoint. So DE is 18 plus 18, which is 36. So DE is 36. All right, and then 22 is the same way. All right, 23. Almost done, guys. So for this one, it says A, B, C, D, and E are collinear. So they're on this line together. And it says AC is 23. So just go from A to C, that's 23. And then they say A to E is 46. And they want to know the length of C to E. Okay, guys, all you got to do is take 46, because that's the whole line, and take away 23, because that's what we know. So just do 46 minus 23, which is 23. So CE is 23. All right. And then which points are collinear? All right, collinear means on the same line. Same line. So which points are on the same line? Well, you have this line right here. So EBD, those are collinear. But then you also have another line over here, ABC. But then we have the third line going up and down here. We actually have 2 points on it. There's point F and point B. So those are also technically collinear. So EBD is on one line, ABC is on another line, and FB is on that third line. So they're like collinear, meaning on that one line together. So EBD would be one group on a line, ABC would be another collinear group, and FB would be another collinear group. Okay, now over here, number 26, coplanar. They're asking which points are on the same plane. Okay, so which ones are on the same plane? Okay, so basically, what is all inside this rectangle? Well, we have A, B, C, D, and also E. Okay, this Q over here is not a point because there's no dot. And then F is not coplanar because it's not inside this rectangle. So A, B, C, D, and E. And the main point of these two questions is that collinear means same line and coplanar means same plane. So you need to know those definitions. All right, guys. So now you all are going to go through and you're going to do the other problems, okay? And then I'm going to put up the answer key for the other ones. Now, I'm not going to show the work on them, but I'll just put up the answers. So if you complete your review and bring it with all the work completed, then like both evens and odds, then you'll get the 5 points on the test. All right, so watch it, study it, and good luck. See you guys later.